It's now time for another episode of Soccer Punch here on the Our Media channel. My name is Joseph, where today we'll be looking at a very, very interesting topic post the Euro 2024 Championship after Spain were crowned champions of the Euros for the fourth time in their history. But for England, it was back-to-back defeat in the finale of the European Championship. In 2021, they lost to Italy via penalties after extra time ended 1-1, and then they made it back to the final again in Germany in the Euro 2024 Championship, but then lost again to Spain by 2-1 in 90 minutes. But the latest news we are hearing is that the head coach of the Three Lions of England, Gareth Southgate, has decided to step down as head coach of the England national team. The question we are asking on Soccer Punch tonight is that, do you think it was the right decision for Gareth Southgate to step down? But then also, who will be able to replace this man as the next coach of the Three Lions of England? And I have with me here in the studios, first Atiga Mauli and then Courage. And we will be arguing to see if it was the right decision and also if Gareth Southgate actually was a success. Let me start with you, Courage. Gareth Southgate, do you think he was a success?
I think he's done a very brilliant job. He took over from Sam Allardyce. Well, let's look at Southgate, his profile before joining England, the senior team, because he came from the under-21 side. Yeah. Prior to his appointment, England were a bit average. You see, even from the days of Frank Lampard, when they had Frank Lampard, Paul Scholes, and Steven Gerrard, they were still not going any far in major tournaments. I think Sam Allardyce came in, he did his bits. Southgate came in with Steve Holland, the former Chelsea assistant coach. Yeah. Yes, he came from the under-21 side. Since his appointment, his major task was the World Cup in 2008, Russia. Yeah. He picked up a very young team. I remember Dele Alli, Hurricane, a young Hurricane. He gave him the captain's armband. That was a very bold decision to begin with. Then Belgium had a generation called the Golden Generation. So going into the tournament, nobody thought England would have gone that far. They were not part of the favourites. They were nowhere near the big four, big three, the semi-finalists. But then Southgate managed to go all the way into the semi-finals. He played the third and fourth against Belgium and then lost. But then they did very well. That was his first major tournament. And then he assembled similar squad into the Euros, the second major tournament
in 2021.
Yes. He went all the way to the final, and then guess what? He lost on penalties.
Yeah.
A coach nobody gave a chance. Even in the days of David Beckham and co, England were not this strong. Yeah. I think they didn't go this further. Gareth Southgate was willing to and then planning to win them their first major trophy in about 50 years, which is also go on and then win the European Championship for the first time ever in history. But then on two occasions was unlucky. So I feel he's done very, very well. He's done a brilliant job. And then I tell you what, he's been able to bring a standard high for England, because any coach that steps into his foot right now needs to widen it. Needs to do more than that, because he has become the yardstick of the English national team right now.
All right, first let me bring you in.
Well, Josiah, to start with, I think he's been in the job for 8 years, not 6 years, because he was appointed in 2016. So that makes it a totality of 8 years. Let me give you a quote from Agamemnon. Agamemnon said that kings are remembered, soldiers are not remembered. Nobody remembers a second place finisher. I get to the point. In history, we remember winners. We don't remember those who take the silver cup. What? From 1930, when the World Cups was started, up to today, nobody lays emphasis on those who finished second or third. When the European Championship was initiated, up to now, I've heard, Josiah, you can give me those who have won it compared to those who have placed second or third. That is what national team is about. Yeah. Winning. Yes, I can concur with Courage that prior to 2016, the furthest the English national team had gone was in 1966 when they won the World Cup. Yeah. Prior to that, the furthest they had gone after 1966 was a quarterfinals in the World Cup. I get to the point. Yeah. He's done a good job on that interface. unless you are telling me that the quarters, the semis, and then placing second is the pinnacle of success, which I very much disagree. Agree with.
Context.
In context, no, I see. If you want to put things in context continuously, then we are going to be praising mediocrity. We are going to put mediocre at the height of what? Everything. This is the English national team that prides itself as the best league in the world. On what basis then do we say that placing second in the major championship is good enough? In 2021, when they went to the finals with Italy, if he were good tactically, that match was on the silver platter for them to take. Against Spain in the just ended championship, you were very defensive against a team that you could have won with. Because you had technically or tactically, you had better players than the Spanish national team. So on what basis then do you recoil into your shell? You see, I'm not going to be too hard on Gareth Southgate, but on the totality of everything, right? In terms of what he's been able to achieve for the English national team, I can say that yes, he's been good, but is good enough? Do you want success? Do you want to be the very best? Because see, let me tell you for a fact, from 2021 to 2004 has been the peak of the English national team when it comes to the churning out of players and when it comes to being at the top, comparably to 1966. So if at your very best you are not able to win, then at your lowest, what's going to happen to you?
Courage, if we just put into context what Southgate has done, would you say he's been the most successful coach since Alf Ramsey won the World Cup for England in '66?
Definitely. Yes, it's because it's been on record. It's on record that.
And would you agree with that he's been arguably the most successful England manager since '66?
To take England into back-to-back European Championship.
He's the first ever to do it.
And then also, let's not forget that these players you are seeing now, Phil Foden, Cole Palmer, and the likes, all these players below 24, they are the works of Gareth Southgate from the under 21 side. So he transitioned them from the junior team to the main team. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Rhys James, and
Declan Rice,
Tammy Abraham, Tomori.
To what end?
So he knows their quality. No, Gareth Southgate has been able to secure England's future for the next 10 to 15 years.
Wow.
So if you are talking about,
so it's not just about not winning the trophy, but also working
on their future into good.
If you're talking about grooming players, let's put that aside. I get to the point. After grooming the players for 8 years, what have you been able to achieve with them? That is the finality of everything.
So if we are placing this into proper context, we would say that he's been a success despite the fact that he's not been able to win a trophy.
From the beginning, I did indicate.
You know what? England at first, they were nowhere close to top 5 in Coca-Cola FIFA ranking. Yeah. But then, what's happening since
Are we now basing success?
So now
improve the team. So that's success.
Nobody is taken away from Gareth Southgate that he has improved the team. But we are talking about the fact that if you look at the totality of everything, success should be marginable. Success should be quantifiable. So when we want to quantify the success, on what basis then should we say that he's been successful?
Back to back European Championship,
and he has lost both. He went to the semis of the World Cup against France. He lost
a semi-final in the Nations League in the maiden edition where they lost.
He lost. You see, at the end of the day, you can do enough.
Yeah.
But if your best is not enough, you are never going to be the best. You are going to be the near man.
All right.
You are not the man.
So it always is interesting here on the Soccer Punch where we debate and deliberate on trending and debatable issues here. Was he a success? Carry things that he's chalked some success, fairly good accomplishment with the 3 Lions of England. They've been very consistent back-to-back finals, World Cup appearances and all that, and he's made England the powerhouse again. But Force disagrees because he feels that at least they should have at least won one of the 2 finals in which they lost. What do you think? You can also drop your comments in the comment section. Thanks for having you guys. But I believe that the next time we meet on Soccer Punch, it will be even more interesting than it is now. Thanks. Subscribe to the channel. Bye.